What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got a random CD update to do for you guys. It's been a while since I've done one, but I figured I'd run down some releases that I've acquired over the last few months or so, and I'll run by these as quickly as possible. So I've separated it into two categories. Pretty much calendar year stuff and stuff that came out last year and miscellaneous stuff. So I'm going to get the 2013 stuff out of the way first. All these that I'm about to show y'all are albums that I've recently reviewed on the channel. First off, we have the new Avulsed Ritual Zombie. I've reviewed this, and this is some sensational old school zombie horror fueled death metal. This is the US version, manufactured through Severed Records. Definitely worth it, and then some. Really great packaging, and I'm loving the way that everything came out here. So, really awesome stuff. Next is something that I reviewed quite a good while back, but I found this at FYE used for about $10. So someone's loss is now my gain, and this is Necrowretch with Putrid Death Sorcery. Really awesome old school French death metal. Really awesome band. This definitely is a nice precursor to this band's prior works, EPs, and demo stuff. Really amazing debut, and I'm liking this a lot more every time I hear it. Next up is Locrian with Return to Annihilation. Really nice and well thought out digipack here. Of course, this band is somewhat of a unique kind of entity. Post-metal, drone, post-rock, black metal. I mean, there's a lot of influences that this band takes up upon, but it's really entertaining stuff, and definitely one of the more unique releases of this past year. Next up is some really off-the-wall industrial stuff. I'm talking about Women and Children by Author and Punisher. Really awesome album, very dark, harrowing, frightening stuff. Really enjoyed it a lot. And these last two are from 20 Bucks Spin. Great albums. I definitely recommend that you buy both of these, either in CD, vinyl, or digital, however the hell you want to get it. And I'm talking about, of course, Mammoth Grinder with Underworlds and Lycus Tempest. Really bang up job on both of these releases, and definitely worth getting if you love funeral doom or death metal mixed with punk and crust and everything else. Really awesome stuff. Now we get on to some other 2013 releases. I'm going to be reviewing this at some point, but when I do, I'll let you know. This is Suraks with The Next on Comatose Music. All I can say is this definitely is for fans of technical death metal and modern death metal. Very much blowing away the very first Suraks release that came out a good long while back. Excuse me a second here. Next is an EP from Deathgasm Records. Masada with Hideous Rot. Really old school death metal stuff. It features my good buddy Kaz from Crucifier and Grand Duvile's Key on the drums and vocals. Yeah, really top quality stuff, and definitely makes me want to look forward to them putting out a full-length album very soon. These next three albums are pretty much what I like to call the Swedish Trifecta of terror. Three of the best death metal releases of this year, and they are all Swedish death metal. And this is in no particular order, by the way. Sorcery, Arrival at 6. Fantastic album. If you haven't heard it, please get on to hearing this however you're able to. Verminous, The Unholy Communion. Again, top of the heap death metal. Great music and lyrics. Definitely a worthwhile release. And lastly, Necrocurse with Grip of the Dead. Really bang up job with this packaging. This was released on Pulverized Records. Really awesome digipack layout with the chrome shiny kind of things on the design. Really loving it. Great stuff. Next up, Aberration, the self-titled album. Terrific Dan Seagrave artwork, and this music is definitely top of the heap. The guy that does vocals for the band Disavowed does vocals here, and he definitely brings out a new factor in this band. Really awesome stuff. If you like brutal death metal, check out Aberration. New Standard Elite is continuing to be on the warpath to deliver some great musicianship. Next up, Rot Revor, Hung by the Eye Sockets. Yeah, old school US death metal at its finest. Really digging the artwork. It's only 3 tracks, and these guys haven't put out music in quite a long time, but definitely this is something to be excited for if they decide to put out future material. So, really great EP, definitely worth checking out. Next up is an album that I know a lot of people have been asking me to review, and I'm not sure yet as to whether I'm going to do it, but I'll just run you by this real quick. Pathology, Lords of Refame, or Refame, however the hell you say it. Yeah, these guys are basically going back to their underground death metal roots, back as a 3-piece. Basically, it goes back to... It reminds me a lot of Age of Onset, but a little bit more modernized. And musically, it's as top-notch as can be. Yeah. I don't know about the Code Injection cover. I think they could have done without it, personally. But I might have more to say about this if the time is right, I guess. So, if you're a Pathology fan, you might like this. So, check it out. Next is some top-quality death metal from Australia. And this is Sacrifix with the Western Front. Really awesome death metal. Australia has an amazing death metal scene. Of course, earlier in the year we got releases from Portal, and now we have, what do you call it, Grave Upheaval, and now Sacrifix with this great release. Awesome stuff. Next is some more top quality death metal from the US with Vasalith, All Uproarious Darkness. It's on Profound Lore Records. Really awesome artwork. And I might as well show you the inside of the CD here. Really cool booklet. It's got lyrics and notes and everything, but the way the CD looks, it just is amazing. Really top quality design going on here. I love it. Next is Beyond, Fatal Power of Death. This was originally a vinyl-only release, but they had this CD for $5, I think, on Nuclear War Now. So I took advantage and got it. And it's definitely worth the hype. Really awesome death metal, old-school sounding stuff. Very unique and interesting, in my opinion. Next up, got this a while back, but I just really haven't had the opportunity to show it. Integrity, Suicide Black Snake. Yeah, Integrity are fantastic. These guys transcend both hardcore and metal, in my opinion. And Suicide Black Snake is definitely the album to showcase why they are so great at what they do. Of course, you got the song titles here and everything else. Integrity are in a league of their own, and this is probably one of the best albums of 2013, in my opinion. Next up, Christ Denied, Cancer Eradication. Yeah, I showed you the Avulsed CD earlier. This is a band that Dave Rotten of Avulsed is in. He got Roger from the band Infected Flesh to get involved as far as guitar and drum programming goes. Pretty much some wild and crazy stuff. I really enjoyed it. This is a really entertaining album. And last but not least, as far as the 2013 stuff is concerned, is probably one of my favorite black metal albums of this year. I'm talking about Of Forsaken Divinity with Precursor. Yeah, it's in a slimline CDR thing. This is very much do-it-yourself type of thing. Really awesome layout here on both the CD and the booklet. You get some really top quality. Got some nice artwork here. And of course the thank yous and liner notes. It's number 9 out of 200. I don't know if you're able to see that or not, but yeah. Very limited stuff. It's for I got it for $5 from the Dread Lair. Definitely check it out if you're into atmospheric and really raw black metal. Awesome, awesome stuff. And now we're going to get on real quick to the miscellaneous titles. Got some reissues, some 2013 reissues, and some nice finds. So I'll just run by these real quick. First is a local band with a self-release. This is Derigory. Yeah, pretty thrash-inspired style artwork. If you're into thrash metal mixed with death metal, you'll find something to enjoy with this. Some very impressive stuff. You can find this for very reasonable prices on both Abyss Records and Deathgasm. Definitely check this out if you're into death metal and thrash. Really impressive stuff. Next is one of the first releases to be brought by the resurrection of Corpse Gristle Records, which is of course a label responsible for bands like Old Devourment and Necrocide and a bunch of great stuff. This is Viral Load with Mouthwatering Stench. This is a reissue. It's in a slimline CD thing, but the CD is professionally done. This is part of the demo series. Dauber Beverly, who currently drums for bands like Infernal Dominion and the Oceans of Slumber, drummed on this EP and pretty much was one of the first things he ever did drums for, before Insect Warfare and any of that other great stuff, but essential Texas death metal. These next two CDs I got from, of all people, Travis Ryan of the band Cattle Decapitation. Had a bit of a CD thing sale going on, so when I saw these two titles, I had to jump on these very quickly. This first one is Adorier with Like Cutting the Sleeping. Fantastic death metal from the UK. Really awesome debut. I'm pretty sure more people know this band for their second album than they do the first one, but I think this is equally as amazing as the second album was. And then next up we have Pungent Stench. It's pretty dark, but this is a compilation release from Pungent Stench. Praise the names of the musical assassins. Pretty much the majority of their split EP demo work. The CD case itself has seen better days, but the music plays just fine. I'm just thankful to have something from Pungent Stench. Great stuff. Next two are from a band that I'm probably going to be covering really soon on this channel. The Ruins of Beverast. This is their debut album. I'm trying to read it. The text is very dark here. Rain Upon the Impure, the debut album. Dark artwork, dark text, dark font. Yeah, it's all there. And the most recent Ruins of Beverast album, Fouled Semen of a Sheltered Elite. There you can see the artwork a little bit better. Great, great album, and I can't wait to talk to you about the new release he has. Next is an essential piece of death metal. I've been talking about death metal a lot on this video, but I love it. I can't help it. Bolt Thrower, Warmaster. Awesome album. Of course, this is a 90s pressing, but yeah. Cenotaph, Warmaster, What Dwells Within, Profane Creation. Just some amazing songs on here. Essential album. Next is part of the Roadrunner 2 from the Vault series. This is Hoarder with Slaughter in the Vatican and The Law. To my knowledge, both of these CDs are pretty much hard to find nowadays, but I'm just glad to have these two. I think they both sound great, and I'm glad to have something of Hoarder in this collection. Pretty much influential groove and thrash-orientated metal. Amazing stuff, and a great band all the way around. Next are two reissues from Razorback recordings of the same band. Impetigo with Ultimo Mondo Cannibal, the original artwork on here, with some bonus tracks and EP live material. And Horror of the Zombies. This is the original cover, and a brand new cover is on the inlay on the inside of it. Some more live material to be seen on here. Great, great tracks overall. Impetigo are amazing. Next is a release from Unspeakable Acts of a thrash album that came out a few years ago, but it got repressed through Unspeakable Acts to be made public for everybody to check out. And this is, of course, Besieged with Victims Beyond All Help. It's only 7 tracks, but this is some top of the heap, top quality Canadian thrash. Really amazing stuff, and I'm optimistic to what this band has to offer in the very near future. Next is a 2013 reissue from Relapse, and it's of one of my favorite bands within post-metal and drone and sludge and whatever. This is the Horseback, A Plague of Knowing 3-disc compilation set. Very nicely done packaging. Of course, it's in 3 CDs. Would have liked it better if it were in like a jewel case or something like that, or a better kind of digipack. But all 3 of these CDs feature demos, songs from splits, remixed material, full live performances. This is definitely for fans of Horseback. If you are into his body of work, it is definitely an essential must-have. And the final CD on this this video is pretty much one of my favorite reissues of this year, and I'm finally glad that this was able to be made into a CD reissue. And I'm talking about Deathrune, Those Who Choose the Fallen. Really beautiful artwork. This is released on Dark Blasphemies Records. It has their debut album of the same name. Really excellent music. A lot of the guys that were involved in this project would later go on to play in bands like Mortal Decay or Incantation. Really amazing stuff. And the second disc has a bunch of their classic demo material. Total package, great sounding stuff, great packaging, great liner notes. Everything is in here. This is the total package. Find this however you're able to. It is amazing. And with that being said, this concludes the CD update. I know it was a long one, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great rest of the week. I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for joining my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.